our voice matter because we, as young people, will inherit our beloved country. Well, this is very nice salt.
Why don't you just fully appeal to the youth rather than trying to please everyone? Why do you think you have to reach out to the older generations as well and not just focus on the youth?
Yeah, there are two parts to that. Number one, I think that being young is just a state of the mind. It's not just about age per se. You can also have someone who is as young as 21 or 22 years old but still adopt the old mindset of cronyism, of corruption, of abuse of power, of wanting to game the system. And at the same time, you could also have someone who's in his 60s or 70s but think as a young person who believes in equity, in justice, in egalitarianism, in pursuing for a more prosperous and united Malaysia. So I think it's my responsibility to ensure that being young is not just about age, but it's also about ideas and beliefs and ideals. So therefore, reaching out to all groups. The second part to it, whether we like it or not, the power structures in Malaysia, unfortunately and tragically, is still largely controlled by those who are much, much older than us. And if you are unable to persuade them into changing their mindsets that young people are liabilities, but now to change their mindsets to believing that young people are assets, that they are change makers, that a person's value should not be measured just by one's age, but should be measured by merit, by how the person is able to contribute to society or to the corporation or to the government. I think if you are able to change the mindsets of the older generation, therefore, we're able to change the system and the power structures overall. But you must be able to convince them that young people are assets, that they are not liabilities, that young people can contribute in a much more meaningful way if they're measured by their merits, not just by their age. So if you're able to change that, that's when you see a lot more glass ceilings which lock young people up will be able to be broken. That's where potentially you'll see more young people becoming Secretary Generals of respective ministries, generals in the military, top officers in the police and other defense forces, and even in politics. So it's not just about politics, it's about all areas of decision making, having more and more young people, so in the end you get a more diverse decision making process, not just on factors of race and religion, but also on factor of age as well.